Shelly, I'm so excited to interview you today because you have an awesome story. We met on Facebook, and you were sending me a message about how I could earn an extra $1,000 from home doing a party.
Yep.
Is that right?
I did.
How long were you with that previous company?
I was with that company for 11 years.
11 years. How much money were you making on average every month?
Every month as far as my downline?
Well, total between your parties and your downline.
Probably on an average from 5 to 7 maybe.
Okay, and how much of that was like a downline check?
2,000.
Okay. Now, how many parties were you doing every month?
Too many.
Well, let's just say in the biggest month of the year, which would be 31 days, how many parties do you think you would do in a month like that?
Probably anywhere from 20 to 25.
Okay, that's a lot. Were
a
you
lot.
ever doing 2 a day?
Yeah, sometimes 3.
Okay, wow. Did you have to carry any inventory?
Yes, I had to carry a lot of inventory. I probably have at least, I would say, 20 to 25,000 in inventory.
That's a lot of inventory.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was talking to someone else that was in your business, and they said they had to, because if they didn't, people wouldn't buy at the parties if they didn't have the product there ready to go.
Yep.
So, you know, you're pretty much obligated to have that product there ready for them.
Yeah, it wasn't a must-have, but you definitely, if you wanted to make it big and be able to make good money with it, you had to have the product.
Okay, so you did your parties. When you went to your parties, did you take in 1 bag? Did you take in 2 bags? How many things did you carry in every time you showed up to someone's house? And how early did you have to get there to set up?
How many bags? U-Haul would work? No. I had to carry 2 rolling totes that were huge and heavy. Sometimes I'd have to go up 3 flights of stairs. And also 2 bags.
Wow.
Is what I carried. And then, what was the last question?
How early did you have to get there to set up?
About a half hour.
That's not too bad.
No.
Okay, so you carried a lot of things in, had to get there about 30 minutes early. You know, I know when we met, one of the things that I asked you, and I really didn't know, I had heard with some companies, but I wanted to know how much you were responsible for selling personally every month, or purchasing, in order to qualify for that $2,000 downline check.
Yeah.
And you said
$3,500.
$3,500 worth of product that you had to purchase.
Yes.
And I remember saying to you, because I just wanted to put some perspective, you know, Shelly, you've got a wonderful husband, you guys are very close, you like to travel together. I mean, you were winning a lot of trips.
I was.
And
I love the trips.
Yeah, and I said to you, Shelly, okay, let me ask you this. If something were to happen to you today, maybe you got hit by a car and you were in a wheelchair then, or, you know, heaven forbid something happened and you were to go to heaven, go home and be to heaven, but I said, what would happen to that big business that you had built? How much would your husband benefit from what you had already put together?
And that really, really made me think. Like, because I never thought of that. I was making more money than I've ever made before. And I don't have an education behind me. So I would have made nothing. After building a business for 11 years, 10 to 11 years, I would have had nothing. Because in order to get that downline check that I built all this huge team, and a wonderful team, I would still have to order $3,500.
Well, and you know, what I want to try to get to here, this isn't just your company. This is the industry of direct sales.
That's correct.
And there's a big difference between direct sales and network marketing, Shelly, because in my company, we get paid by helping our team build their business. And I don't mean, you know, I know people are nice and they want to help their people be successful, but I mean it is so valuable to you to help them to build their business that you go out of your way to make sure that they're successful. And, you know, we're responsible for $80 every month, and if something were to happen to me, I know my husband and my 3 children would be taken care of with a simple $80 monthly auto ship. We use that much in products every month.
I love that part. And the part that I don't have to carry inventory is huge for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I've already built such a huge residual with this business in such a short time with It Works. And knowing that my husband would have an income, I can't even tell you what that does for me.
Oh, I bet. Well, and I've seen you and your husband. You guys are dreaming. You're dreaming about cars. You're dreaming about vacation homes. You guys like to have a good time and go on vacation. But now you can buy your own vacations.
Yep.
You can pay for your own vacations when you want to take them, where you want to go. I mean, that's really nice when the money's there to be able to do that yourself, especially when you're trying to win a trip. I think we all know what that's like and how we beg, steal, and borrow a little bit to try to make those quotas to win that trip. And I don't want to do that. I don't want someone else controlling where I'm going, when I'm going, and how I'm going to spend that time. I want to be able to do that myself.
I'm all about that.
Well, and one other thing that I just, you've been in our business for a very short time, and because of how much you were doing for your other business, when I met you, you were getting tired, even though you wouldn't tell me. And we'll touch on this in a minute. You also love your company and what you were doing, and I don't want to take away from that because just because you want to do what you love to do, but we also do what we do because we know we have to get paid at the end of the day. And so I don't want to take that away. Your company, fabulous products, direct sales has been a wonderful industry for women to really get out, make some extra money that they can do alongside with activities in their home and their family stuff. So
Absolutely.
Great industry, but people don't realize that everybody could have a network marketing company. Everybody could be involved if it's to make an extra $300 to $500 a month, all the way up to executive income. And the difference is you just tell a few people, who tell a few people, who tell a few people, and you never know where that's going to go. It's the power of numbers, and it's the power of getting a strong residual downline check.
I didn't really understand at all what residual was. I had no idea until the day that you asked me that question. And so to know that I can build with a business for the next 10 years and know that I'm going to have a residual income for several years after that, that means the world to me.
Well, and you took 2 months off, just right around Christmas because you were tired, and that's okay. You've been working hard. Why not have some time off? And with your other company, if you had taken 2 months off, how much money would you have made?
Nothing.
And how much money did you make in the 2 months you were off with It Works?
Approximately $9,000 for the 2 months.
That's incredible.
And I literally did nothing for 2 months.
And I can't get over that. That's incredible. I think your story is so valuable, and I think sometimes we as women don't really believe we're worth that. And we do like what we're doing. We love the products and we love helping women, but sometimes we don't realize the vehicle that we're using isn't necessarily the best vehicle out there.
Right.
And for me and my husband Nathan, if I'm going to be away from my children, we want to be utilizing it towards time that is going to create something long term. This business is willable, this business is sellable, and there's $80 a month. That's what we're committed to. I mean, that's exciting.
That just right there blows me away.